All right, we are selling ourselves short in the happy department. I guarantee you. I thought I was happy until just about 3 months ago when something kind of changed my life a little bit. I thought I would share it with you. So I thought I was happy until I read this article that this girl had written. I wish I knew her name or the name of the article. It was just in passing. It was like 3 months ago. And basically it was this blogger or vlogger, I don't even remember, but she was writing about how we are not really happy because many times this involves women, but it could really be parents in general. You kind of give so much to everybody around you that you start to forget things that you like or things that you enjoy. So I read this article and she talked about how she really liked wine, but she didn't know what her favorite brand of wine was because she always just bought the same one forever. And she really liked chocolate, but she couldn't tell you what her favorite candy bar was. And when I was reading this, I thought that is so true because I don't have any favorites anymore. I could think back to when I was in like a child. I could think back to when I was in high school and know my favorites back then, things I liked back then. But now as an adult with kids, I don't really spend the time to think of my favorites because as a mom, I give everything to my kids. I kind of ask them what they want, what they like, and move on from there. My husband as well. So anyway, in reading this article, I started thinking, I don't really know what my favorite things are anymore, and that's kind of sad, right? So she suggested, coming up with a list of things that you really like. And I was like, it was kind of an interesting question. Ask yourself that. What are things that you really like? Like 3 things you really like. And I sat there and I was like, what are the 3 things that I really like the most? I decided that I liked really soft things. That's always been something. Like if something is very soft, I dig it. Like soft socks or soft pajamas. And so I was like, I really like sleep these days because I don't get enough of it at all. So I liked soft things. I like sleep. I like bubble baths. I like coffee. Which is funny because all of those things have to do with my schedule pretty much, except for I couldn't tell you what my favorite coffee was because I've been drinking the same can of like Folgers Instant or the same jar out of Folgers Instant that I've been putting a teaspoon in every morning and slamming for like 30 years. I don't know, forever, just not 30 years. But like, forever since I was in college. Also, like I said, I like soft things and pajamas, but I don't have a favorite pair. And I, like baths, but I couldn't tell you what my favorite scent of bubble bath is, or just all of these different things. I could not tell you favorites. And it kind of bothered me because I thought, why not pick a favorite? And so I kind of set out on my own journey to develop my favorites. It was important to me because every Christmas, this is a true story, every Christmas, my brother and I, even my dad, we all panic over what to get my mom. Because my mom, if you know her, is the most beautiful person on the planet. She has just a heart of gold. She's so giving, she's so loving, and she's just perfection, like everything I'd ever strive to be. The thing is I could never tell you what to get her on any holiday, birthday, Christmas, because she was so selfless growing up that I never got to find out, or I've never found out what my mom really likes. I've seen her drink coffee every morning, but I got that Folgers thing from her. She doesn't have favorites in anything. So I'll ask her, hey mom, what do you want? Like, you want anything special this year? She's always like, no, oh, anything. She's been like that her whole life, which is great, except for she has no real likes that I know of, even when I beg her to tell me. So I decided that I wanted to develop my likes. So here's what I did, and this is what you're going to do because this is my advice to you. I decided that I wanted to get a really soft pair of pajamas that I really liked. Not just your typical, like, walking through Target or Walmart and I need some and I throw them in the cart. No, I wanted to look online for some very soft ones, the softest ones you can find. So I started Googling and it led me down a path, over 10 minutes, and finally I found what they were calling the softest, best pajamas ever. And this was the cool part. It was just a little venture, but it was quite interesting how it ended up. There was a company called Piyamas, Piyamas, Piyamas. I laughed really hard when I saw it, and I knew that was what I was going to buy because this is what's really funny. I was always at my grandma and grandpa's house growing up. We lived there for a while, very close to my grandparents. My grandpa, he would always say, and he was a big, heavy voice, Mexican, very macho guy, and he would say, we'd get late at night and he'd tell me and my brother, go put on your pajamas, go put on your pajamas. And he always said pajamas. And so when I saw that, I kind of took it as a sign. I bought these pajamas, and they ended up being like my favorite ever. And it was really cool because I ordered a pair. They weren't crazy expensive, but I was just like, they're so soft. I've worn them a million times. I live in them. I wash them like every other day. Love my pajamas, okay? So I had a really good moment there that didn't cost a lot, but it was just part of my venture of being a little happier and allow myself to kind of be a little bit selfish for once, right? So then I went on to my coffee. I said, I've had this same cup every morning. I don't even know if I really like it or if it's just out of habit. So here's what I did. I was telling my husband about it, and he goes, well, why don't you get like a Keurig or something like that, and you can try different coffees. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? And so I didn't go spend a bunch of money on like an expensive Keurig. I got like your, janky little one from Amazon that was just like a 1 cup little, thing that you put the coffee pods in. And then I went over to Walmart, and they have these like, they sell them different types in these containers. And I started buying because they're like $2 for 3 of them. And I just bought like, 5 different ones. Bought this Laughing Man that I come to find out reading on the side is totally Hugh Jackman's company, so better be good if you're going to put your cute little mug on it, Hugh. And then I bought another type that was like, look at this, coconut mocha, a regular bold, and I ordered online because everyone was saying coffee with a K was good. Anyway, I have been drinking coffee, different flavors, like nuts for a week, so I'm hyper than a mug, if you know what I'm talking about, bouncing off the walls, but I'm finding my favorites. So far, I like coffee that's not too sweet, but I did like that one that had a little coconut in it. So I'm narrowing down my selection, and it's quite nice to just be able to have that one little cup of coffee every morning or every afternoon before I go get the boys, and just to feel like that's my moment where I'm actually doing something for me. It's the littlest thing. It's not costing much more than a couple bucks, but it's putting me in a frame of mind that it's okay to kind of find things that I like. Also with bubble baths, I was like, what scent do I like? I never take bubble baths. It's something like once every long time in between, or maybe if I'm sick, but why? If I know that I like that. So I was like, maybe every Sunday I'll take a little bubble bath and put a different bath fizzer or something in. So I'm at Walmart, I'm like, hey, bath bomb, I'll take that. Just a little moment, right, for you. So what I did notice is that it really started opening my mind, because I started opening my mind to allowing myself to do things for me. It's not bad. I shouldn't feel guilty. My kids are probably happier because I think that it has really allowed me to look around at life in a different way, where when we're walking through the store or when we're walking through a farmer's market, I might actually think that I might like that, or heaven forbid. You know what I did the other day? I was and I took a picture of it and put it on Instagram. I was at the farmer's market and I saw some flowers that I liked, these little pinkish purple ones. And I said, oh, hold on. My husband was even kind of shocked because he doesn't know me as the type to just go over and be like, I want to buy these for me. And he's like, babe, you want those flowers? Get some flowers. And I said, yeah, I think I'm going to take these. And they looked so pretty in the house. And then Cross was like, those are pretty flowers. It looks pretty in here. So it's just little things, They were like $5 at the farmer's market. So it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be a weekend at a spa. The littlest thing just for you. You might like wine. Maybe there's a certain type you don't know you like. Maybe if you like taking bubble baths, there's a certain scent that puts you in a good mood. Maybe it's coffee. My point is, we don't have favorites. I haven't had favorites. I think it happens to parents a lot. You might have had favorites when you were little. You might have favorites in high school. I had a favorite perfume in high school. I don't wear it now. Why? It was my favorite. I ordered that online the other day. It was like $20. It was called Design. Do any of you remember that? It was kind of popular in the 90s. I found it on Amazon. So now I'm smelling like Design and I'm drinking coffee every 5 minutes. I'm happy. It's okay. So I just wanted to kind of put that on you. Say, this week, it's Sunday, I know, but this week, maybe you start to open your eyes to what are your favorites now. If you like chocolate, maybe you try a different candy bar once a week. I don't know, but I think we're worth it. It just starts to open your eyes a little bit more as parents that yes, your kids have their favorites, maybe your husband or wife has their favorite, but you are allowed your favorites too. And the tiniest little measure of favorite for you goes a long way, trust me. I have some pajamas that I feel a special connection to my grandfather that's passed in. I love my pajamas. I put them on at night and I hear his voice saying, put on your pajamas. And I have a coffee now that I get to enjoy every afternoon while I'm picking up my kids, and I'm happy. These little things. And so I wanted to pass that on to you. Have a great one. What I did want to say is that I'm wearing this shirt. Check this out. It says, kinda classy, kinda hood. I wore it just for this because It's from a designer that's named Kill 'Em with Chic that was in Fashion Week, and it's my favorite shirt. It's kind of dingy now because I wear it all the time because I like it. So I wore it for this one. Also, as I let you go, I want to say I'm working on another video. There are these flowers that I like. I see them all over Instagram and Facebook. You probably know what I'm talking about, especially if you're a woman and you get these in your feed. They're flowers that they say last a year. They're real, and they're in these pretty boxes, like hat boxes, and they're packed in all tight, and you see like every Instagram model showing them off like, oh, I got these. Well, I wanted to buy myself some, and then I looked them up, and they're like $2.99 to $4.99 for like a little thing. Ridiculously priced. So here's what I did. I said, that's okay. I'm going to figure out how to make my own. So I made like the knockoff version for myself in my house for like $13, and they look adorable. I'm going to show you. I made this myself. So my next video, I'm going to show you how to make them because it's Valentine's week and you can make that so quick in like 20 minutes. And I'm going to do that in my next video. So to wrap this up, love yourself, like yourself, find out what you like, get your favorites. It's okay. Let me know when you find favorites of things. Come back to this post and we'll start a dialogue. If you have a friend or a mom or an aunt or somebody that you think deserves to find their favorites, tag them in this post if you think they need a little self-TLC. Have a beautiful week. Just put that in your head as you go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. You're working, you're busy, we get caught up in everybody else. Give yourself a little TLC. Have a beautiful week. Bye.